Season 4 premiere of The Diamond View starts now. On tonight's episode, join the conversation on holiday planning, including tips on dealing with grief, making new holiday traditions, holiday travel tips, credit card management, and back by popular demand, a list of our favorite things. And now, with Diamond Topics are our hosts, Lady Brandy, Lady Tasha, Lady Tashar, and Lady Moretta. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Diamond View. We are back for season 4, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so excited. My name is Lady Moretta Smith, and I'm here with my co-host, Lady Brandy, Lady Tasha. And as you may see, Lady Tashara is not able to join us tonight. We want to send a special shout out to her and let her know that we love her, and we will see her soon back on air. On behalf of the Will County Black Diamond chapter of Top Ladies of Distinction, we welcome you to the Diamond View. Our president is Lady Tracy Walker Hines, and this is season 4 of the Diamond View. Top Ladies of Distinction is a humanitarian organization, and our motto is serving youth and adults. We want to thank you for your outpouring of support for seasons 1 through 3. We're like, whoa, wait, 4 already? It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but as you know, we transitioned during the pandemic and it kind of became a thing. So here we are back live again. For those of you who are new to our show, the Diamond View is the brainchild of the Status of Women Thrust, co-chaired by me and Lady Veronica White.
Thank you, Lady Moretta. The Status of Women Thrust program focus is health, wealth, safety, and life. We'll be covering these topics throughout the season of the Diamond View. So we encourage you to take a moment throughout the season, grab your pen, get your notebook, because we have a lot of information to share with you. Screenshot, share the video. We know people have a range of emotions around the holidays, and we have a great show lined up for you tonight to explore them. In this episode tonight, we'll be talking about everything you need to prepare for the holidays, including coping with grief, making new traditions, credit card management, and of course, our favorite things. With that being said, we'd like to warn you that discussions that center on grief and loss may be triggering. So please, we encourage you to take care of your mental health and wellness first. Lady Tasha?
Yes. Well, good evening. We want you to like the Will County Black Diamond pages, Facebook and YouTube, so you can stay connected and continue to meet us on social media. The Diamond View. Do you have your pen and paper ready? If not, get ready. The dates for this season's shows are February 26th, and our team takeover for College Decision Day will be on May 1st. After each show, we want to hear from you. Please make sure that you take our survey at the end of the show, or at the end of this episode. Let me be specific. The link will be pinned to the post and in the chat. Make sure you take the survey and leave your email address. We look forward to a great episode for tonight.
Indeed. And so right now we're going to move into our Diamond topic. All of these new movies are all the rage. So I know Beyonce came out with the movie. So I'm mad and glad for her, I guess. So she made y'all pay $600 to $1,000 for these tickets, and then put out a movie with the same thing that y'all just paid $600 to $1,000 for these tickets for, and y'all went back and ran and paid her some more money to go see the same thing that you went and paid $600 to $1,000 for these tickets for. So, but I mean, go get your coins, Beyonce. Go get your coins. Did either of you go to the concert?
No, I didn't go to this concert, but I did go to her previous one, and I did not go because I did not get tickets. However, my daughter went the day of to Soldier Field and was able to score some great seats for $150. So there's a pointer. Go the day of to the venue, and you may be able to get some good seats. However, I'm not mad at Beyonce. Get your money, girl. Taylor Swift is doing the exact same thing.
Oh, help me. Well, I went because my daughter is a Beyonce fan and we had great seats. And yes, I paid more than what I wanted to. But it was a phenomenal show. The movie was, I saw the movie just recently and it was good as well. But again, it was a repeat for me. But I thought about it as I was sitting there. I said, she's providing an opportunity for those fans that didn't have the opportunity to go and see her in person. So I think it's a win-win all the way around.
And
what I liked about it was what she shared. It was more personable, the movie. Her relationship with her daughter and then her relationship with her mom. So I love that part about it.
Excellent. Thank you. And one of the things, as I was kind of thinking about it just now, one of the things that I can appreciate is the amount of effort and the amount of work that she is providing for talent that may not be otherwise served, or talent that may not be otherwise seen, or production staff that may not otherwise be working during this time, because it's been quite a year for production, movies, Hollywood, all of it. And so she has been able to provide jobs for people and outlets for people who normally may not get those opportunities. So I applaud her for that as well. Now, who's going to the movies on Christmas Day? I might.
Depends.
So we're talking about The Color Purple. If you don't know, the Hollywood premiere was earlier this week. And I gotta say, I was loving the outfits. However, I was a little shocked at the amount of people not wearing purple at The Color Purple premiere.
They didn't get the memo. They may not be, prone to some of those privy things that we all know in our circle, but they didn't get the memo. But I guarantee we are going to be purple fabulous come December 25th.
Honey, on Christmas, you won't be able to tell me nothing.
Okay. But what I loved about it, as it's gearing up, is all of the Black actresses and actors in there. I thought that was phenomenal. Even though it was, the past, if you will, Color Purple, but this one is more modern, and it's next level, and they definitely did something. Well, Oprah and Tyler Perry, is it right? Definitely did something with this. So I'm loving it.
I can definitely appreciate the younger actresses, the like having her in there, Fantasia, the singers, the caliber, Danielle Brooks, the caliber of actresses that they use for these parts. I already knew, like, going in that Taraji was going to be Shug Avery. Like, everything about her screamed that. So I'm really looking forward to it. I love how people have been doing the screening parties and have been keeping it hush hush. When I went to go see Women Evolve and Sarah Jakes in September, she did a trailer. And so, I mean, it was outstanding. We are doing a pajama jam in our purple all the way to the show on Christmas. So I'm excited.
That is awesome. And so a lot of people in the comments are saying that they are going to see it. Some are going to see it this week. So we've got some early premieres. Some definitely went to see Beyonce. We have a lot of people that went to the Beyonce concert. So keep joining us in those comments. Let us know your thoughts as we continue the show. Tonight, we are going to dive in. And we know that grief is kind of cyclical. We want you to stay with us tonight on this show because our show will be cyclical as well. We're going to explore some feelings right now. And then we're going to give you some tips on how to explore and manage those feelings. And then we're going to give you some tips on how to go through the holiday season and bring some joy back. And then we're going to give you some shopping tips too, because we're back with our favorite things. And I'm really excited about that. But, in the midst of the holiday season, we just know that this time brings a lot of joy for some people. But for a lot of people, this season can really bring on and set in the feelings of loneliness and grief. And so tonight we are going to talk about it. As we explore this segment of the show, keep in mind these are real stories, real memories. We're going to put some sisterly love into action and actually explore a holiday plan together. As we were prepping for this show, we kind of thought to ourselves, what are you comfortable with sharing? And as we started kind of just talking in our production meeting, if you will, the stories just kind of came out and they meshed together, and we actually had a really good session and a start to this show. So I want to continue that conversation. And Lady Tasha actually started us off with her story and sharing. So you know what, Lady Tasha, I'm going to turn the floor over to you, and you can share your story tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. So, for my family, around Thanksgiving, let me just start by saying I lost my mom at the age of 10. And so holidays were, because we've gotten better, holidays were kind of sad and gloomy and everyone moping around. But as I got older, my family, we would cook as I was learning how to cook Thanksgiving dinner. We were in the kitchen all night. Me and my sister, we would cook dinner, pack up all the food, and go over to my dad's house. And we did this for a lot of years. And then one day we were sitting at the table during Thanksgiving, and we said, why are we cooking all night, slaving all night, and then pack the food up and bring it over to my dad's house with my other 3 siblings who they don't cook, right? So we were sitting here and we said, oh, we're going to have a new tradition. We're going to start having Thanksgiving dinner at my house. And so that's what we do now. It removes my dad from the place of, where my mom, home, if you will, that really resonates, or that you see my mom's pictures everywhere. And so at my house, although I do have pictures, it's just a different environment. So that's what we start doing, cooking at my house, getting dad to come over, family come over to my house, and we just it's better. Still, we reminisce and talk about my mom, but it's different space.
Thank you, Lady Tasha, for sharing that. I come from a different perspective with dealing with my parents' death. Many people that know me know that I lost my mom on December 27th. It's been almost 12 years. And so that following Thanksgiving, my dad died like 3 days before Thanksgiving. And so we were dealing with planning a funeral, still dealing with the grief of my mom dying. My daughter's birthday was around that time. It was just a hodgepodge of emotions. And so for like the first 5 or 6 years after my parents, after both of them died, I was a mess. Every Christmas, birthday, holiday, I even have a tattoo. I only have one, but it's like a cross on my back with angel's wings with my parents' names on it. Like, I was jacked up. And so about maybe 5 years ago, my husband came in and he started laying out clothes. And he had a nice black suit, cufflinks, matching shoes. I was like, okay, I see you. Where you going? He was like, the funeral. So I'm, looking at this chart. We have a huge board in our house that we kept all our kids' activities together. And I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, I don't see anything saying that we have a funeral to go to. He said, the one that we had every year. And so I'm like, still not getting it. Like, every year for whom? He's like, your parents. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, what do you mean? He said, no, I need you to decide, are you wearing this dress or this dress? And I said, well, Steve, what are you talking about? He said, literally, every year you force us to mourn your parents. Even though we started like traveling, we changed our whole tradition, which we will talk about a little bit later, but because I couldn't bear to be home. He said, you are making us all relive your parents' death. My youngest children at the time were in 3rd grade. They're twins. They're 20 now. And he said they haven't had a normal Christmas in years. And I was like, wow, like it just really hit me. He was like, I need you to show up. I need you to show up this Christmas. He said, whatever it's going to take, I need you to show up. And I said, okay, I'm going to show up. And he was like, and I'm here to help you show up. And that was the part I needed. Sometimes you need, somebody to tell you, like, it stinks, and what you're doing it stinks. And I understand that, and he told me, like, if you need to go to a hotel or you need to go away, then do that. But right now you are robbing everybody. He said on Mother's Day, they don't even know if they should buy you a Mother's Day gift or they should tiptoe around you. And it went on like that for a while because I was mad. I was angry at God. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I was angry at God for taking both of my parents. I was angry at my friends who still had their parents, especially the ones who would complain about their parents. And it took a long time. Then I was mad because both of my parents died suddenly. So it wasn't like a long-term illness or I could prepare for it. And it took a lot of growing up. So in that moment, my husband forced me to grow up. And I really appreciate him for that because he was like, I loved your parents like they were my parents. And I can't do this funeral every year. So let's just go ahead and do this funeral this last time. And that made me realize that I needed to do some things different.
Ladies, thank you for sharing your stories. Tonight, we have a resource from Children's of Alabama, which is the Children's Hospital. And it's a guide to work through holiday grief and actually explore it and make a plan to cope with the holidays. The link is in the chat, so we encourage you to visit the website. You can download it for yourself and go through it and use this resource on your own. So, Lady Brandy, this resource is Hope for the Holidays, Grief Resources for the Holiday Season, and it has a Griefer's Bill of Rights that we'll go through.
And so I ended up using this because that particular year that my husband did that, I had 4th grade or maybe 5th grade as my homeroom, and we were writing letters, to Santa Claus. And one of the girls in my room had just lost her mom, and she said, I just want my mom for Christmas. And I'm sitting there trying not to cry. And so I was Googling resources. And so this is where this resource came from. So it's a Griefer's Bill of Rights, as Lady Moretta just shared. And it begins with this. You have a right to say time out anytime you need to do so. You have the right to tell it like it is. You have a right to do things differently. And in our next segment, we will talk about some of the things that you can do a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have a right to be where you want to be. You have a right to have some fun. You have a right to change directions in midstream. And you have a right to do things differently. Well, let me say it right. Do things at different times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have a right to rest, peace, and solitude. And you have a right to do it all different again next year. So in terms of this Bill of Rights, I think sometimes we just need something to tell us that it's okay to not be okay and kind of just put us on the right track and say it's going to be okay and give us permission almost. Sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to grieve or do things because we think that we're supposed to do things a certain way. Tonight, Lady Brandy has been so gracious as to volunteer for us to work through her personal holiday plan on air. So the next section, she will share as she's comfortable. And the questions really prompt you to think about what it is around the holidays, maybe your triggers or things that affect you, but then also to think about them, but not dwell on them, and also think about a plan on how to cope and still find joy in the holiday season. So we're going to do that now. The first question, well, before we do that, we actually encourage you, our viewers, if you are experiencing grief, to sit either in self-reflection and work through it, or perhaps like Lady Brandy and her husband, find a trusted loved one that you can work through the plan with. We're going to work through with Lady Brandy, but the first question is, I predict the most difficult parts of the holiday season for me will be what, Lady Brandy?
For me, the most difficult part of the holiday season is now. Whenever you go into the store, you hear it's the most wonderful time of the year, and it's the lights, and it's the Macy's window, and the scents piping through the stores, and it's the trees when you get off the elevators at the when you get off the elevator at the stores, and it's just everything. I mean, I literally believe after Halloween they skipped Thanksgiving and went straight to Christmas. So for me, it's usually this year, it's usually this time, like right now, like some radio stations go 24 hours into holiday music. And so it's for me, I had to like literally beginning of November say, I'm planning on being okay this year. I am planning on being successful this year. I am planning on not grieving my parents like I've done before. The fact that I'm even sitting here and able to talk with you guys with this is a monumental miracle that only God could have done. Because before I would have been somewhere in the corner crying. So it's now, it's all the leading up to it. I am an administrator in CPS, so it's we're doing the letters to Santa's coming, the Christmas around the world. It's all the stuff right before the holiday for me that's a little bit more challenging.
And so let's dig in just a little bit deeper on this plan. Who would you say are your support people? Those that hear you during this time or while you're grieving?
So I believe that my biggest supporters have been my children and my husband, because they're the ones that's with me, and they see like the good, the bad, and the ugly. They see beyond the face at work. They see beyond the Facebook post and the social media, and oh, look at my table. Oh, look at our tree. They see beyond all of that because they live with me, or they have lived with me. So, and they're the ones that can say, hey, you don't seem okay. And then like my circle of friends that are really, really close with me, they would check and say, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And they mean it. And some of them are still dealing with loss. And even with the ones who are not dealing with loss, they know how I have struggled before in the past. So they have really honed in on, I just want to make sure you're okay. So, but you have to also be willing to let people in to know if you're not okay.
So that's a good statement. So we can segue into this next question. Who are the most difficult people to be around during this time?
I know I saw my cousin and a couple of my family members in the comments. So honestly, it's my dad's family, and it's nothing that they've done or anything like that. For me, it's my dad's sisters look so much like him. When I hear their voice, their cadence, it almost makes me cry. Like they literally all even walk alike. So it's like when I see them, it's like it just brings on so much, so many emotions. And so sometimes, and if they're watching, or I know my cousin is, it's difficult for me to be around them. It's challenging. But I'm learning to work through that because I do want to resume a relationship with them. I just know that for me, it was just really, really hard. And I was angry for so long. So now that I am coming to terms with my life as it is, because I think with grief, I'm right-handed, right? So for me, it's the equivalent of learning how to do everything with your left hand. Your right hand is not there anymore. So it's like learning how to do everything with your left hand. You're still there, you're still present, but nothing feels the same. So I have to work through that, and I have to recognize that I can't ostracize myself from my family because they look like my daddy or they sound like my daddy, or things of that nature. So I'm learning to work through that.
So what are your grief triggers?
It used to be music. It used to be anything. My mother played Luther Vandross, Lord Jesus, A House Is Not a Home, Stevie Wonder, because she was like really into music, and it would be scents too, because she always wore Chanel. So like the smells, the scents, even like back in the day, like we would go to the Walnut Room and go to Marshall Fields when it was Marshall Fields and look at the windows. So some of the traditions that we did as a family, like going downtown to the parades and stuff, I have not yet done those, but I do plan on doing them during the break with my grandchildren. So I am planning on resuming those.
All right. Now, the next one is, what are some words that might be helpful to hear during this that may you feeling a little down, feeling, in your feelings, if you will, and there's a something that is said that just brings you back to life.
For me, it would be like most of the time it's either my brother or one of my aunts, especially one of my maternal aunt. Now your mom won't want you acting like that. Your mom will want you grieving her to death. Or somebody would throw a scripture. Let the dead bury the dead child. And so it's always like something like that. That'll just be like, okay, let's pick it up, Brandy. Let's pick it up. And I think that sometimes we plan on grieving. Oh, this is a bad time of the year for me. We plan on, you are tied to your words. You have to speak life over yourself. No, this is going to be a marvelous season. No, this is the day the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. So I have to really like remind myself in this time of the year, put affirmations up, and just believe that I'm going to be okay. And I almost feel like our days are so precious on this earth, and how dare I take the time that God gave me and squander it by laying in the bed, up under the bed, and not using my time wisely.
Yes, good point.
Mm-hmm. And so, Lady Brandy, as we wrap up this portion of the holiday plan, this year, what tradition do you want to include in your holiday?
Well, this year, I'm an empty nester. I'm to the point now, I will go to the airport with my backpack on and say, baby, where we going? Where you got to see that? Like the world is our oyster. And so this is like our first time really, truly being empty nesters. So we haven't planned anything, and it feels good. Like I don't have to worry about cooking. I don't have to worry about if I just want to sit here and watch holiday movies and drink cocoa besides go to see The Color Purple. I really haven't had anything planned, and I don't feel a pressure to perform. I don't feel a pressure to do. So but we normally do travel. Our schedules haven't matched, so we haven't really thought anything about it, but it feels good that I'm okay no matter what we do.
Indeed. And this plan has a few more pages and more resources. So again, we encourage you, our viewers, to download the plan and work through it for yourselves. In the comments, Jody Adams says, I have learned that grief is something you can't go around, under, or above. You must go through it, and the journey doesn't end necessarily, but taking time to embrace it can assist with healing. You can grieve, but don't park there. Move forward just a little bit every day. And that's some good advice. Yeah. And other people said that they had to stop listening to other people, people telling them that they would just get over losing loved ones. You don't get over it, but you do learn to adjust daily. So that's good advice. But letting people in can be difficult. We know that's for sure. But it's something that if we trust people, we know people want the best for us and want to, see us have joy in our lives, that we have them there, and we acknowledge that and lean on them during these times. So ladies, I want to thank you for sharing your stories, and Lady Brandy for allowing us to work through your plan with you for this year. One of those tips was to make new holiday traditions. So we're actually going to talk a little bit about that now. And so in terms of non-traditional holiday traditions, one of the things to do is a holiday, much like a staycation, if you will. So a simple way to treat yourself: you can stay at home and do nothing. You can find a new hotel and check it out. One of the things that I actually like doing since we're in Chicago, I think we sometimes take it for granted. Like we know that it's the best city in the world, obviously. However, we don't do all the touristy things to explore and find out why people say it's the best city in the world. So I actually enjoy kind of just doing, even if it's a weekend, one night and a Saturday, or a day when there's less traffic downtown, to get up and go explore some of the touristy stuff. So a holiday, self-gifting, find an item that you enjoy or you want and grab that for yourself. You can check out our favorite things later and do that.
Yes. You know what's another good one? Doing some volunteering. I know there are a lot of organizations out there that you can volunteer with. Um, Also, you can check with local businesses to see if they have families that are in need, and you can check with those stores and help out there by gifting toys, food, similar items. But volunteering is very good during the holidays. It feeds the soul, if you will.
Mhm.
Um, Go and eat out. Eat out with some. Go to different restaurants. Try new restaurants. Let's see. How many people are catering this holiday? Mhm. I catered for the past 2 years now. I'm done being in the kitchen all night long.
I love
So,
it.
put in the chat. Let us know if you're catering for the holidays, and then watch movies. I know that me and my family, we get together and we watch what's Chris Brown? This Christmas, I think that is. Oh, I
It's like
love
a
that
classic
movie.
now.
Yes, because he really can sing, and the storyline was really good. So you get together with some family and or friends and have a movie night and watch Christmas movies. There's a lot of them. Like we spoke about earlier during Diamond Topics, go see The Color Purple or the Beyonce movie together. That's something that family can do together this year.
Hmm.
Those are great tips. And thinking about hosting a fun dinner, not that typical dinner where we are standing over that macaroni and cheese and that dressing, chopping up them bell peppers and onions for hours. But there's always those theme parties, the color parties. There are so many different things that you can do this year. So don't just have a regular dinner. Create a fun activity, even like a mystery dinner. Like, go out, have fun. Make your own holiday traditions. Create a holiday tradition for yourself around the holiday that it could be unique, something that maybe just you and your significant other, you and your family do. We used to do a ugly sweater party during the holiday season, and during that time, we would have like gingerbread houses and making ornaments and all kind of activities that were inclusive to all different age groups in our family. Now, if you just gotta work or just gotta clear your mind, clear out all them 10,000 emails. Clear that backlog out.
19,575.
Oh, I
Oh
thought
my
I was bad.
goodness.
I have nothing on you.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Maybe I'll do that this holiday.
I'm gonna send you a Google invite, Lady Moretta, for us to work on on that.
On the
And then
inbox. Okay.
also, in thinking about clearing out your backlog, it's the end of the year. Get your tax stuff ready. Start, getting your receipts together. It
Absolutely.
doesn't make sense to use that time, not to use that time wisely. And then, of course, some of our favorite things. Go shopping.
Indeed.
Go shopping. There's a good chance that you can catch some great deals during December. A lot of retailers mark things down because it's the end of the year,
Mhm.
especially around Christmas. So go shopping if you just have to find a new tradition.
Indeed.
And
Shop till you drop.
wait,
Online
wait,
shopping is
don't
good
say that
too.
before we talk about credit card management now.
Okay.
But we're gonna tell you how to do it responsibly, though. That's
Right,
our thing.
right.
We're not just being, we're not just all willy with the information. We're gonna tell you how to do it responsibly.
Okay, and then our last one is have a day out with your friends. Go get with your girls. Go to the spa. Go get rejuvenated. Anybody got any plans to go hang out with their friends during this time?
I do. My girlfriends, we always do an annual holiday day. So I'm really excited. It's the 23rd this year. So my friends that are they live out of town now. So everyone will be back home and we can all chill. And it's just going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that and reconnecting during the holidays.
I'm looking in the comments, and our president, Lady Tracy, said, clean out those emails while watching the movies. Great tip, Lady Tracy.
Good idea. I will look into that. Someone else said, oh, Lenore's Catering is their favorite catering go-to for the holidays. Yes, indeed, our very own. We love it.
Lady Beverly added in, girlfriend time is the best time. Those memories that you have, get away from the kids, get them kids to your husband, and go enjoy some time alone. Let him be daddy.
Yes.
Robin said that she bought herself a trip to Turkey. I'm trying to be on that self-gifting. Come on now, trip to Turkey. Yes, we hope that you enjoyed. So whether you choose a vacation or a staycation, we want to let you know that we actually have some holiday travel tips for you. We are Johnny on the spot with that. So tonight we are going to talk about the do's and don'ts of traveling. These are our holiday tips for you.
All right. Do plan ahead. Book your flights, your itinerary. Maximize your time, including transportation activities. Do pack smart. Pack light. I chuckle because I never pack smart. I overpack every time. I'm working on it. But pack light and efficiently to avoid extra baggage fees. Don't forget your essentials like chargers, medications, and important documents. I know that when I travel, although I have my passport and my medication, I also add, I believe I shared this with the ladies, I take a picture of my passport and my medication. And you need to have it in a different area just in case something happens with your luggage, which we're going to go through that as well. But yep, that's all I have. Lady Brandy.
Thank you, Lady Tasha. Please stay informed. Keep an eye on the weather forecast and travel advisories for your destination. Stay up to date on your flight status through airline apps and notifications. Like I travel a lot through Delta and Southwest, so I have those apps on my phone and I push through the notifications, so I always know if my flights are on time. Next, travel off peak. I am the 4 a.m. girl. I am at the airport 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Please consider traveling off peak to avoid the holiday rush. Travel 2 to 3 days before the holiday or 1 to 2 days after. Opt for the early morning or late night flight for a smoother experience. I guarantee you never get bumped on that first flight. I can tell you that. Next, be tech savvy. Utilize those travel apps for real-time updates, maps, language translations. Keep electronic copies of all of your important documents, like your passport, your reservations. Take a picture if you have it on your iPhone for your reservations, your medications, and hard copy of your passport. Pictures are invaluable. Please make sure you do that. Mm-hmm. Lady Murata.
And now we're going to talk about some don'ts. Don't procrastinate. I'm just going to give the little arrow here. Don't procrastinate, Moretta. Okay, great. Procrastination can lead to limited availability and increased stress. Avoid last-minute bookings as prices do tend to skyrocket during the holiday season. So it is ideal to book your travel at least 21 days out, because after that, those prices are going to go up. You can guarantee that. The next one is don't overpack. So resist the urge to bring your entire wardrobe. Stick to the versatile clothing and essentials, and make sure that you are checking your baggage weight limits to prevent extra charges for the heavy bag, but then also the extra bag that you might need to check because your first bag is way too heavy. And then this will also prevent you from standing in the airport, taking your shoes out of your bag and putting them in your carry-on. Not that I'm familiar with that or anything. What's our next one here?
Don't ignore health precautions. This is very serious.
Yeah.
Take necessary health precautions, especially during flu season. Consider getting vaccinated. We even talked about this, ladies. It's okay to wear your mask.
Yes.
Especially when you're on the plane. Stay hydrated, sleep well. And I don't know if it's anyone who has ever been on a plane and your neighbor or whomever was sitting next to you forgot to practice good hygiene that day. So we want to make sure that we have on not a lot of smell goods, but make sure that we smell decent.
Mm-hmm.
And then next we have, don't rush through security. It's very important that you want to make sure that you have everything that you need to go through security, but you don't want to rush through it. Okay. Allow for extra time if they tell you come to the airport 2 hours prior, be at the airport 2 hours prior, sometimes 3, but 2 hours prior for sure. I was sharing with the ladies that one time I was at the airport. My best friend is a nurse and she had clearance. She could go through, right? So we looked and we got to the airport like an hour our flight was going to leave. Yeah, so we got left. We got left because the line was outside the door and we got there an hour before the flight. So if had we been there 2 hours, we still would have been able to stand in the line and make it through, but we didn't do that. So we had to get on another flight hours later. Okay. So, but what is good is the global entry we talked about.
Oh, yes.
Global entry and
The clear TSA
TSA,
pre-check.
right. So if you can purchase that right now. Global entry is $100 fee. TSA I think is 85 or something ish. And then credit cards, they also give you a discount. Like I know with Clear. So you want to take advantage of that, but again, don't rush through the security if you don't have those options.
And then our last please don't forget travel insurance. This is so important. We insure everything. We insure our cars, our homes. My daughter's, one of her best friends just lost a 7-day cruise trip because she was not expecting her husband to have an injury. And so he had a substantial injury that caused surgery the day before their trip. And because they had not purchased the travel insurance, the cruise line was like, sorry about your luck. So she can't even reschedule or rebook. So don't overlook the importance of travel insurance. It can be a lifesaver in case of unforeseen events.
Yes.
Ensure coverage for trip cancellations, medical emergencies, and lost belongings. Now, the last thing I also want to say, a travel tip that I love, get you a 4-pack of Apple AirTags to put into your luggage. You put them in your luggage. If you connect them to your phone, and then I have these key rings, and I end up putting the AirTag on my key ring, and however many bags I have an AirTag, and then my husband also has his. And so some of our bags look alike as they're going through. Even if you tie your little scarf or your ribbon, some of them look alike. So make sure that you do that. That's an invaluable resource. 4 AirTags on Amazon, I believe, is like under $100. It's worth the investment.
That's a good investment there. We want to thank Lady Angela Smith Ford from Abundant Excursions for our travel tips tonight. You can check out her information if you have questions or if you're interested in travel. So thank you, Lady Angela. So we've talked about shopping. We've talked about vacationing. We cannot encourage you to shop and spend money on vacations without encouraging you to do it responsibly. So one of the focuses of the Status of Women and our Literacy Committee, who is chaired by Lady Camille Garrett, is financial health. we have some tips tonight on credit card management. So we're going to dive right in. I think most everybody probably has some credit cards laying around, either in their wallet or set aside for a rainy day. The first thing is to know your agreement and know the terms. So when you open a new card account, before you even get to that point, you want to be comparing. You want to be comparing interest rates. You want to be comparing fees. You want to know when the billing cycle is on these cards. That way you will know what best fits your budget and what best fits your lifestyle. So that can be helpful in terms of deciding which credit cards are best for you. For example, some credit cards don't have late fees, but you want to always pay on time. Indeed. Other credit cards have an annual fee. Some don't. You want to consider that. And then if you find that you are paying too much in fees, some cards offer cashback rewards that essentially will cover the fees. So you want to consider those when you're comparing as well. But again, read your agreement and know your terms.
Lady Moretta, I really can't believe we're talking about budgeting Christmas at the same time, but make your credit card payments on time. Make your credit card payments on time. As the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, let me read this correctly. The CFPB explains, you should make your payments on time every time.
Every time.
That's because your payment history is an important factor when it comes to your credit scores. And missed or late credit card payments not only affect your credit or lead to late fees, they can result in interest rate increases too. And little side note, it can also lead to increased rates on your car insurance and homeowners insurance. Mm-hmm. You can consider setting up automatic payments or electronic reminders from your bank account to help make sure that your payments are on time and avoid those late fees.
And I'm going to say this about money. Just a little tip. Even if you have your bill set up on automatic payment, make sure that you go in and check them at least every other month. Because one of my credit cards is on automatic payment and the date changed. And so when I went and logged in to check everything, I said, what in the world is this? And it was just 2 days earlier than the other one, but it made a difference. And so make sure that you're going in to check and everything's good and your credit payments are still, plugged in and everything. So
thank you. That's a great tip. And then our next one is pay more than the minimum. Making your credit minimum payments on time every billing cycle helps you avoid penalties and fees, and paying the minimum keeps your account in good standing. However, if you only make the minimum, you're carrying a balance, which means that you're making more payments and interest in the long run. Those interest charges can be harder to pay off, and it increases your credit card debt and your debt to income ratio. So take it from the CFPB. If possible, please pay off your credit card in full each month.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Pay attention. Check your monthly statements carefully for accuracy. Now, I know we think that the credit card peoples have our best interests at heart, but check
they
your
have interest at heart. I don't
right.
know our best interest.
That's it. That part.
Just interest.
Please check your own statements carefully, slowly, take your time, right? And check it regularly. What it says, spot transactions you don't recognize. Now, fraud is very common these days, right? So you want to make sure that you made those transactions. And if you have any doubt, call the company and have them to investigate. You can set up automatic transactions notifications for some of the cards. But you know what is really important? You know how you're so busy, especially during the holidays, and you're shopping for everybody and you're buying everybody everything. You might just misplace. Let's say we don't want to call it loss. We're going to say you misplace. When you get my age, you misplace things. Mm-hmm. Okay. Or someone, one of your not so good friends accidentally touched your card and put it in their pocket, just accidentally. So so if your card is stolen, make sure that you report it immediately as soon as you find out, so that the card issuer will likely deactivate the card once you report it. Okay, that's very important. Don't hesitate, because someone who has actually stolen your card will use it, especially around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, scamming has become the second line of the second side hustle for many people. So please,
Okay.
please make sure that you report any lost or stolen credit cards immediately.
So the next one is to know your credit limit. That's A. And B is to don't go over it. Okay, that's B. So practicing good habits might lead your issuer to offer you higher credit card limit on your credit card. Now, this is a game of balance. If you are not good at the game of balance, we encourage you to seek help from a financial professional in order to help you with these types of things. Higher credit limits can increase your overall available credit, which may help you keep the utilization lower, and that may actually help you raise your credit scores. So what they're saying basically is you have more money to spend and you're spending less the higher your credit limit. However, if you see a high credit limit and you think to yourself, that means I should go spend all of that money, this might not be for you. Okay. So just FYI, word to the wise.
And then we want you to also use those cashback rewards. We've talked a lot about traveling. Using those cashback rewards is a great way to travel, a great way to earn dining points, but you need to know how to redeem your rewards. So make sure that if you have a card that has cashback rewards, you know how to redeem it, whether it's points, whether it's in travel, whether it's perks. Please make sure you're savvy enough to know how you are earning them and when they expire, because the worst thing on earth is to have some points and then you realize they've expired. Lady Tasha.
Check, and check your credit score.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know it says at least once a year, but you want to just make sure you check your credit score just to know the health of your credit. That's very important, especially if you're trying to make a purchase that following year. I know I project when I'm going to buy a new car, if I'm a purchase a piece of property, I want to make sure that my credit is intact. Your score may vary across the 3 credit bureaus. Okay, so be sure to check your credit report and make sure that it's accurate. If you see some things that's on there, please notify the credit bureau.
Mm-hmm.
They can correct it. You just have to provide proof, but that can happen. All right. And they do make mistakes because why? Humans are actually putting this information into the database. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. So we also have some personal tips from the Status of Women Thrust. The first one is to actually pre-budget your holiday spending and set aside money to cover your credit card charges so that you're earning the rewards, but then you pay it off. So you've already got that money set aside, and then you know when the bill comes, that money is going to go to pay off that bill. The other thing is to consider exploring your credit union or bank to see if they have holiday savings accounts that you can use for your holiday spending, kind of like a flexible spending account, but just for the holidays.
Yes.
The next thing is to make your own gifts. So if you are good at cooking, only if you're good at cooking and baking, do this. There's a lot of candle making classes out now that I've seen. Those make great gifts. If you like to knit, you can knit scarves and things of that nature. So just explore more unique ideas that don't require you running up your credit cards. Okay. So we want to thank our Status of Women Thrust and the Literacy Committee for these credit card management tips. And we will continue to present our financial literacy series throughout season 4 of the Diamond View. So thank you there. All this talk about money and gift giving, it's got me a little excited over here. Excited to see what's about to happen. We want you to spend wisely. But we also have some ideas and recommendations for you. So back by popular demand from the ladies and teens of the Status of Women Thrust, I think this is the thing you've been waiting for all night. we want to share our favorite things with you. So we are so excited. And are you ready? In 3,
Yes.
in 2, and in 1, let's go.
Hi, my name is Teen Kennedy Bolton, and my favorite item this season is my compact mirror. But not only is it a compact mirror, but it also lights up. It's the perfect way to make sure that I look good when I'm going out with friends and family. Thank you.
Hi, one of my favorite things is my collapsible foot massager. It is so refreshing and relaxing after a hard day at work or just shopping. Also, it comes with a nifty remote control. Go out and get yourself one.
Hi, I'm TJ Leah from the Will County Black Diamond chapter, and my favorite things currently are the EOS body lotions. I have 3 different scents, and I love every single one of them. They're very, very moisturizing, and they smell very good. So if you really like different types of scents, these are the ones for you. You get a lot of products, so you won't run out really quickly. I have the Fresh and Cozy scent, which is a very clean scent. So if you like smelling clean, this is the one for you. This one is my all-time favorite. It's the vanilla cashmere one. If you really like sweet vanilla, this is the girl for you. And if you like floral and like sweet floral scents, then the jasmine peach one is also very good. So yeah.
Hey there, it's Lady Tashar. My favorite thing is lip gloss. I love a great lip gloss. I stumbled upon in my local beauty supply a brand of lip gloss that's called, of all things, Diamond Glow. Love it, love it. Your lips stay moist, it doesn't come off as quickly, and I love it has a little bit of glitter and sparkle in it. Ladies, you better get yours. Holiday times are coming up, we have all those great events. Why not? And they come in all these beautiful colors. You could do all type of varieties. You could layer it over your lipstick and everything. You better go get yours. Not all great products cost a lot of money.
Hi, it's Lady Linda, and one of my favorite things is this gratitude journal that I got from Target. Inside, you can write down things that you are grateful for. You can write down your daily goals, your exercise goals, meal planning, and you can even talk about how you were feeling that day. I encourage you to get something like this for the new year. I mean, we all have something that we are grateful for, right? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Lady Beverly, and one of my favorite things this season is this selfie prompt journal. It's a 52-week journal of thought-provoking prompts to inspire self-reflection and self-discovery. It's written by Tawana L. Daniels. Be sure to not only get yourself a copy, but share a copy with a loved one or a friend. Tawana L. Daniels is a mental health enthusiast, and this is surely a great gift this holiday season. So please, this Christmas, give the gift of giving, the Selfie 52-week journal of thought-provoking prompts. Happy holidays, everyone.
Hi, my name is Teen Mackenzie, and my favorite thing are my Beats earbuds. Those who are in close proximity to me know that I wear these 24/7 all the time. I definitely run out of battery on them all the time, but these are definitely my favorite things. I get to listen to music. I'm on the phone with other people, listening to podcasts. I just love these headphones with my whole entire heart. I'm so happy that I got them.
My favorite thing is my Polaroid camera. I love it because I get to take memories of my friends and family, and it was just a really nice gift.
Hi, I'm Lady Brandy Lewis from the Will County Black Diamonds, and my favorite thing is Starbucks Holiday Blend Coffee. If you are a coffee connoisseur, this Starbucks Holiday Blend only comes out once a year, and I mean, get you some Starbucks Holiday Blend and good.
Hi, I'm Lady Tasha Smith, And one of my favorite things that I like to do is utilize my air fryer. I utilize it for meal prepping on Sundays, and I've been doing it for about 8 weeks. So it cooks in record time, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, air fryer, quick cook, busy woman. Thank you.
Hi, it's Lady Moretta, and I'm back with my favorite things for 2023, my ornament ice molds. They are so cute. You simply fill the ice mold with water, freeze, and then you have a decorative ice ball for any drink for the holiday season. They make great gifts or stocking stuffers. Happy holidays. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Lady Angela, and two of my favorite things for the holiday are candles. These two candles in particular are one of my favorites for the holidays. This one is the Champagne Toast, and this one is the Fresh Croissant. You can purchase these at Bath and Body Works and enjoy. You'll love them. It makes the house smell great.
Oh my goodness. Love it. That was an awesome list this year.
Yeah.
Ladies, what was your favorite on the list?
Okay, like what wasn't my favorite?
Right.
The EOS body lotion.
There's also that.
The EOS body lotion. I need to try that. I have the earbuds that Team McKenzie had. Love them. Love to write. Just where did she get that compact mirror from, y'all?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we need
Kennedy,
to find out.
Where are you? We're gonna find out and we're gonna post it. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna call Team Kennedy when we get off, and I'm gonna post it in the chat after the show. I'm gonna guess Amazon, but if my friends and family are watching, please coordinate amongst yourselves. I would like one of everything. Thank you. Love you. Lady Tasha, what do you get off the list?
Oh my goodness. So let's go with the candles because I love to burn candles as I meditate. And I just love all the smells of different scents of candles. The lip gloss. Because Tashar's lips, Lady Tashar's lips, they be popping. So yeah. So now she shared her secret. Got it. And then the ice QB thingy. Lady Moretta, yeah. So I think that's good for the holidays.
You know where you can find those? Like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Home Good, like all the little stores, like in the ice section. They always have different little varieties of the molds. Like that's my jam is ice cubes. I like a good ice cube.
I like that. So yeah, but everything was good. A lot of different things. I'm a writer, so I keep journals, and so I love that. I'll add that to the list. But yeah.
Okay, ladies. We are just, I don't know. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm really excited about season 4. Really happy to be back. A lot is going on in the world. And so for us to be able to sit and share our stories and testimonies of, working through grief and just being able to have this time together amongst ourselves and amongst our viewing audience, I'm really excited, again, to be back and share this space with you ladies.
We're excited too, and we want to make sure that we remind everybody, please take the survey that's being dropped in the chat. Please take the survey. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you liked. Please take the survey.
I know on February 26th, we'll be talking about relationships, not just love, but friendships too. So our teams will be on to share their perspectives. This show is for everyone, so please join us.
And then again on May 1st, we'll have our TTA takeover. We're going to see where our teens decide to go to college. It will be Decision Day show. Explore and how they're going to explore options for after high school. So please be here on May 1st.
Indeed. Now that is a Wednesday, so mark your calendar for that day. And as we transition back into in-person events, we encourage you to stay connected on our Will County Black Diamond social media platforms and our website as well. We rolled out our new website last year, so we're super excited about that. Continue to support us both online and in person. That is the show for tonight. Our season 4 premiere of the Diamond View has been absolutely wonderful. So again, take the survey. We want to say thank you to the ladies and teams of the Status of Women Thrust. Thank you, ladies, for hosting this season premiere. Working backstage tonight, we had Lady Beverly, so thank you. In the chat, all of our Will County Black Diamond members, thank you as well. And I'd also like to thank my brother, Joseph Smith II of Graymore Photography for our audio visuals.
I would like to thank you for allowing me to work through my grief plan. I hope that grief plan was beneficial to anyone who's dealing with grief during this time. And we'd like to thank everybody that added to our comments. Thank you, everyone that recorded the video. And thank you to our financial literacy team for the collaboration with this show tonight.
Yes, everything was amazing. I love the traveling tips, the credit card information. Oh, but I have to be honest, Lady Brandy, you really touched me. You really touched me with your information, the story that you shared, and it touched my heart. I told myself I'm going to keep it together. So I did. I managed it because people think I'm a crybaby, but but thank you. It was very helpful. And this was excellent. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. And thank you again to our viewing audience. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we cannot do this without you. So continue to meet us here. Again, don't forget to take the survey and like our social media pages. And you know what? We look forward to season 4 of the Diamond View. And until next time, keep shining. Thank you. Have a great evening.